What's up, guys? It's Mrjamvad, and today we are back on the Pokemon Showdown server with a very cool team. Guys, if you're enjoying the meta game, hit the like button. Hit the like button if you're enjoying the meta game. Just right off the bat. No, but in all seriousness, I do want to know what you guys. I know if you're not a commenter, shout outs to, and I don't remember your username. I always like your comments, but it was a guy that never comments on YouTube videos ever, and then he, was like, Jam, I'm gonna show you some more support. I watch your videos consistently, and it's a good point. Like, why the fuck not? And so, very dope of him to take the time out of his day to do so. But yeah, very cool team today. Second thing is shout outs to everybody in yesterday's video. So many comments saying that that video really made somebody's day, or they were having a rough day. I got a couple of those. Or it helps them sleep, which I'm used to, which is why I understand the effect. My girl says a similar thing about my voice, and so I intentionally put music in the background. I don't take it as an insult if you double weather, we go half and half. I don't take it as an insult if you use my videos to fall asleep. Call me ASMR Jam. But yeah, this is very cool. Also, I'll mention this afterwards, but yeah, those were the first two things, and then the third one is something I was thinking about, but let's analyze the game first. So I'm looking at my opponent's team. Dragalge is going to be very critical in guarding against the Venusaur. However, I did forget in one game that Venusaur does pack. I learned Earth Power. I'm so used to Weather Ball being the third move that I didn't account for her Earth Power, so I do want to be mindful of that and not let it just set up and ball out of control, and then I get earth powered with my Dragalge and put myself in a very bad position. And so you want to be mindful of that. Dragalge does not outspeed, and he's quite slow. It outspeeds Pelipper, and it's actually very difficult for him to switch into because it has a poison resist. But beyond that, Dragalge's Pdef is very good, and his typing allows me to not be weak to play Rofamazu unless his choice is Bandit. So very promising mon there. T-Spikes aren't going to be as important because he doesn't have... It would be nice for Kingdra, but I can deal without it. Clefable is going to be critical for just Dragon immunity, because the Kingdra, and I can take at least one Hydro Pump from that Kingdra. I do want to be careful of that mon. Could be very problematic, but that's going to be his primary goal, and to hazard up and maybe to semi-check Cinderace. I'll see what kind of Cinderace is going to be. Rotomar is going to be critical for the Azu, outspeeding that if it's Belly Drum, and beating Pelipper, and just beating all his team. It's very problematic for him. Dracozolt, another thing he can't guard well against. Manabuzz is going to be critical for Kingdra and Venusaur in case it gets out of hand. And my Sub-Jirachi is absolutely amazing versus my opponent. And so now my worst case scenario would be staring down a Cinderace lead. I didn't want to have, like, Torkoal was something I thought about him potentially leading with. And so, I could have opted for Dracozolt. Let's see, let's flip turn. Let's see. So there's the Stealth Rock, which I expected. And so if we're assuming this is... Actually, we're going to Sludge Wave hard. I'm surprised he lived. Yeah, Yawn is an option. And this allows us to flip turn, which we won't KO him. Because he's giving me the Sun turn 1. So I do want to position myself properly versus his Sunsetters, and so Dragalge ideally would be my mon in, or Dracozolt. And so I don't think I need the full health on Rotom for anything. Thankfully he does Yawn. I get to Volt Switch for free. We're stalling out Sun, and so as I said, Dragalge is my ideal mon to have in. Actually, no, Dracozolt is better. I don't go down to Sludge Bomb from Venu from 88. There's no way. And Cinderace can't knock me out, so he's forced to go to... So unless he's Life Orb Earth Power, in which case he would have outspent my entire team. And that's not true. Please hit. Please, 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 Draco's ult. Nice. So that's a huge hit there. And what this does is it forces Azu to be the one that he switches into in case he has Azu. As he goes to Cinderace, I'm not allowing this thing to bulk up. Could be a problem, as he is life orbed. Life Orb Power Ball is something I definitely don't want to stare down. I was very aware of Cinderace's potential. Right now my Rotom is mad good, mad good. And so what I'm going to do here is Pain Split, Gunk Shot. That's very interesting, very cool. As this is going to be his last turn of Sun. Rotom is super important, as I said. He has Gunk Shot, which means he doesn't have something else. Gunk Shot doesn't KO me. But I'm debating whether or not, because what I don't want to is have no water resist versus Kingdra. But at the range my Rotom's going to be at, I'm going to die to Hydro Pump anyway if it's Spexed. And so I don't want my Dragalge to take any damage, because it's going to be the one thing that can switch in on Kingdra when he activates the range side of his team. And my Mandibuzz as well, but you get the idea. And so I think Clef as well. It's just tough, because I might have to lose another Pokemon, which isn't ideal. If I only had one less turn of Sun, but he'd have to hit another Gunk Shot, and I'd have to hit Hydro Pump. This is tough. Life Orb Cinderace, Gunk Shot. This is tough. Yeah, there's no way around this Cinderace without giving up my Mandibuzz. And it's Mandibuzz the mon I want to give up to save Rotom. Because he can't belly drum for free. And if he does, that's really bad for us. Sorry guys, I'm thinking about the long term of the game, because there's several ways this could go bad if that Kingdra is or. So let's assume the Kingdra is. So what I'm gonna do is Volt Switch. Thankfully we do dodge. It's a pretty big miss. It's a pretty big miss. And so obviously we get to Roostall here. If he could opt for switching the Cinderace out into Pelipper. That's something that sucks, but it's not like the end of the world for two reasons. Yeah, and so obviously he goes down here. He's gonna get the free switch into Pelly. I'm debating whether or not I want Rocks Gone enough, because what's gonna happen is you can't hit all your Gunk Shots too. So I'll defog here as he Zens. Oh, that's actually perfect. I'd like ideally for both of us to go down here, and I think he might be aware of that. And so oh no, I think he just tried to. Ideally I'd want him to knock out Mandibuzz, that way we can get the free switch into Rotom versus Pelipper and Volt Switch. But now here he gets to go to Pelipper hard. He actually goes to Azumarill hard. Problem with going Azumarill hard is that he doesn't have Rain Up. My Jirachi lives and my Rotom lives, and so this is perfect for us as we get off a strong Brave Bird here, allow him to belly drum into the range of Volt Switch. And so this is why we kept Rotom, right? And so obviously he's gonna Aqua Jet, but I am Jolly. I'm outspeed Azu, and we're outside of range, and so he goes down. And so we're staring down likely Pelipper situation. I'm gonna keep my Jirachi in for Pelipper, because we're gonna try to stall out. Stall out as many rain turns as we possibly can, as he keeps getting crits. Sucks, but it isn't like the biggest deal in the world, as we're gonna Psy Shock twice, bring him in range, because he's just gonna Scald Spam. And so how many turns is that? Rain. Because what I could also do is get the free switch into Dragalgi on the turn that he free switch into Dragalgi. But if he's faster than me, because he took quite a bit from that Psyshock uninvested, and so he might be an offensive variant. No, I think Psyshocking here is just the best play. Yeah, because he shouldn't, unless he's a timid variant. He could be timid Scald, in which case he's timid Spexed, right? And so this forces Kingdra in. Yeah, and this should put him in a checkmate spot because we sack Rotom. He's Life Orb. Clef should be able to tank one hit. Yeah, so the rain is gone. And so if he's a Spadef variant, I mean he's a special variant. So basically here we Draco Meteor, no drawback. He doesn't have the rain anymore. I don't have to switch, and he has to Draco to knock me out. And so we just wanted to put him in a spot where, oh, he has Ice Beam. I just didn't want any kind of luck. I wanted to play it in a way where, okay, I can just click the most obvious move, Volt Switch, Moonblast, never have to really click anything from Dracozolt, never really have to click Draco Meteor. And so he had the weapons. Cinderace missing Rotom was huge, but again, it's Gunk Shot. You can't expect to hit them all. I'm grateful I hit that's why I didn't click Hydro Pump versus it. Well, I mean, the sun wasn't up. The sun was up, so that's why I didn't. That's the real reason I didn't click Hydro Pump. But I also could have led a little better versus the Torkoal for sure, and led Dragalge. What I was afraid of was exactly what the Cinderace did. Like if he led Cinderace versus my Dragalge, I'd be done for. Unless, well, I guess not. I could have went Mandibuzz, but at the time his Venusaur wasn't gone yet, and I didn't know anything about his Kingdra, so I was not giving up Mandibuzz there. But yeah, so the third thing, actually, I've been watching a few videos, and as of late, I've been just contemplate the idea of, like, I've been trying to be more present. I'm always on the go, that I don't really take time to take a step back, not to relax, that's not what it is, because that doesn't really do it for me, but to be present, and not necessarily present to the moment, but that's not what I mean, because today actually, for example, was a very good day in what you would consider a good day. Like, so quite a few messages of people wanting help with things, and thank yous of from people watching the videos, the playlist and how it's helped them and all these things. Okay, we get hard stall, fun, but just watching, receiving all of those, and so it's like, okay, the thing I'm doing is having an impact, a positive impact, which was the intent. And so also get, like, I have one or two guys, let me do this real quick, but I have one or two guys that are just like perpetually negative in the comments, not like in a criticism, like if I make a mistake that's fine, but like they only look for things to be upset about, and it's, my heart goes out to them, man, like truly, because like to be in that state all the time, and that's what I've been thinking about, like that kind of stuff. It's like, man, it's easy for me to, and that's how I was in the past, to just be like, fuck that nigga, I'm gonna block you, blah blah blah. But to show like that compassion is not easy. It's not easy, and I love Dracozolt on this one. Dragon Claw every time, destruction. As long as I hit the Quagsire, I think I took kill him. So let's see, Dragalge is gonna be amazing in this one with my T-Spikes, because I'm gonna force Pexin repeatedly. Gonna remove Pex's item. You know how we do, because he can't really touch Clef. And with these style of teams, I like for Clef to just sit until I knock off all the mons that I want to. And well, I can't toxic the Mandibuzz, unfortunately, but if I could, well, I can burn it and then try to Calm Mind stall with Jirachi, but then he has a Quagsire, so that won't work. But yeah, you get the idea. Dracozolt plus Dragalge plus Jirachi should do the thing, and Clef's gonna be almost impossible to kill. Rotom really won't ever come out. Mandibuzz hazard stacks, and so Really not sure what to expect from this Mew. Rocky Helmet, one item gone. He might have knockoff of his own. He has Volt Switch, maybe Rotom Heat's gonna rear his ugly head. Nope, it's probably gonna be knockoff picks as well. So that's gone too. And as I said, this is generally how I like to when I notice, and that's why I have to adjust to a meta game so I can, okay, these archetypes. I've never played the stall before, but like once you adjust to the archetypes, you know, I think we did this in a previous game where he's gonna go try to do the same shit. And so the reason we're moonblasting is so that eventually when he goes for switches out, eventually when he starts scalding, something he's trying to avoid doing, when that starts happening, then the scalds are going to be stalled out and he's not going to be doing very much damage. In this game, I don't need my clef to be at full for any particular reason, so I can pretty much knock spam as he's knock spamming. And I just got to be patient. It's going to be that kind of game. And so he's not going for scald. I haven't seen too many non-scald Pexes, but this could be a case of that. Okay, so he's wising up. He only has one thing on my team gets T-spiked, and that's Draco's ult. I'm never going to Draco's ult on Pex. And so there's the knock. How many does he have left? He has 26. I got 26. We're gonna stall out all those until you can't do anything. So he shows me his moveset, which means he can't touch Mandibuzz other than knockoff. So I forever defog on this. So every time he goes to Mew, every time he goes to Toxapex, I can just go Mandibuzz and defog. That also means that, that's just about it. That's about all that means. Okay, so he's haze spamming. Okay. He's gonna knock off here. 10%. I'll take it. And he's gonna haze here. Yeah. So. Let me think. Let's be more patient. I'm very surprised that he just stayed in, but because I could have. He must be split. No, you're not split F. Taking 10% from Moon, but maybe that's split F damage. Maybe that's split F damage. Who knows? But yeah, so at any point I so choose, I can switch out into my. So he's gonna recover, I'm assuming. He's gonna knock here. Expecting Dragog. You could recover too. Oh, he's definitely knocking here. Alright, so let's stall these knockoffs out. Yeah. Recover there. Yep. So we stall out how many recovers? Because Clef really stalls this primarily. I'm not gonna stay in all day on him. Eventually, I'm gonna just predict him, and then yada yada yada. But yeah, it's a game of patience. Let him haze. Let's scald that way. I mean, we can Moonblast so that he doesn't have scald, but you get the idea. So we'll go Dragagi here. Even if he knocks, it's not the biggest deal in the world. And so my opponent last time, so since he knocked, I can do this now. Yeah. Let me think. Do I want? Because obviously I can get Clef poisoned here. He has how many T-spikes left? 27. I can't get any health back on Dragagi, but Dragagi is no game changer beyond getting up these essential T-spikes. Very, very much essential. Very essential indeed. And so, trying to not have this be a forever long game, but it might be unavoidable. How many knocks? He has 20 knocks left. Sludge Wave is doing 15. Shouldn't D-spike. Okay. Alright. So stall out another knockoff here. Let has text. Clef be poisoned. I guess that way I can't be discharged. It doesn't. I'd rather it be poisoned than paralyzed. If the Blissey has a paralysis move, so he's gonna switch here. Yeah, gotcha. That's 3 items gone, my guy. 3 items gone, my guy. And so we obviously are rocking Pain Split, and so his best decision here is to Volt Switch out into Toxapex. I'm gonna go hard Dragalge, and that's exactly why I hearted Dragalge too, just on the off chance he opted for that. So what this allows for me to Draco on his Pex. He could also be a non-discharge variant. Yeah, which seems to be the case. So hopefully we connect to see how much his Draco is gonna do. Does absolutely no damage, none. Obviously he doesn't want T-Spike up, and so after the Mandaibas, and we could be seeing a default coming out here. We're gonna flip turn. Ops for foul play though. It gets poison. That's a big deal. Kind of. And so we're gonna obviously, yeah, let's claw here. Even if he foul play, I just need to hit. Please, for the love of God, hit Draco's ult. Thank you. Nice. Draco's ult. You're a king. You're a king, bro. So he was gonna give me Pex there. Oh, you're a king. Draco's ult. You're a king. I know I'm asking a lot. Draco's ult. This is, if any other dragon, that was the one I needed, man. That was the one I needed, man. Fuck. Fuck. That was like the one I needed, cause now he's gonna fucking recover spam. That was the one I needed, Draco's ult. Oh, he toxic. If I would have traded Draco's ult there for the Quagsire, because that means that my Jirachi just wins. But the fact that he did that once means that he'll do it again. So I'll double the Rotom here, because I know he's gonna go to Pex trying to heal. And so this allows me to Volt Switch. Quagsire is unaware, so I don't think that would be wise. And then Draco's ult can come in and click Dragon Claw again. I need to hit. I know I'm asking a lot, Draco's ult, but if you hit, I get kills. You feel me? Draco's ult. This one right here. This one. Take this boy out. Take this boy out, Draco. Soldier. Yo, you remember that horrible fucking Soldier Boy video? This shit should not be able to do anything. It's a Volt Switch T-Bolt Mew. Yeah, like it's over for you. In the sense of, obviously you won't have anything. So now I can bolt beak freely, and I'm gonna be getting rid of these hazards. Doesn't really matter what I do. The Mew can't touch. Yeah. And so we're just gonna be chilling here. Bandit Bolt Beat definitely knocks out Rotom. If I'm my opponent, I'd knock off here. Like it's just too obvious for me to switch. So I Moonblast for the sake of it. I recovered. And so there goes another layer. But again, the Pex can't touch me. And it seems the Mew can either. And so it's just very unlikely for my opponent to figure out a way to prevail here. How many knocks is he has 19 knockoffs left. T-Spikes. Yep. He's gonna haze here. And eventually when I condition him, I'll go to my Jirachi and start doing some work. Do I give a fuck about my Rotoms? I know I don't. But basically what we're doing here is using this time to stall out his knockoffs. Yeah. So yeah, it's 17. Like I don't like to do these kinds of games, guys, but that's what I got. Fuck, am I gonna do? And so let's not waste our. So I get Blissey's leftover. Man, Clef has taken everybody's fucking item, man. Clef said no. Clef said no. And so with this Blissey being in, I'm really not sure what to expect. What I'm gonna do is go hard Rachi, because I know he's gonna he might have Thunderwave, and so it would be better for Clef to be in aromatherapy, huh? So that's not good because of the Mandibuzz, but that's why I wanted the man. But I mean, if I can burn the Buzz instead, very surprised he thought I had he was gone for Dazzling Gleam, which is dope because now I got not around the rocks. Yeah, dope. Give the points to me. No, give them all to me. It's only been 25 minutes actually. I did this. I thought it was longer for some reason, but yeah, man. I was just thinking about that. I'm like, yo, you know, like if you're a perpetual, like again in the past, man, I'd be like, fuck that nigga. You know how we all are. If somebody comes at you, you either dismiss them or, you know, you get like fuck you, like you give them the same energy they're giving back to you. So I've just been listening to various different things. And I'm like, man, you know, I always give the example because I've been having a lot of friends that's been going through things, and just family members and all those things, and just, you know, assisting them with things of that nature. And you know, it's kind of a common thread where we point the finger when really it's not all on us all the time. Obviously somebody can do something, but we don't accept any of the thing, you know. And so, you know, it's just very easy to point the finger, and so I've just been hyper aware of that. I'm like, man, you're pointing a finger because you're hurting, and so for me to dismiss you, saying you're a negative person, be banished in the dark, I don't think that's the appropriate way to you know. But yeah, my ramblings aside, I'm gonna wrap it up right there. I actually have a coaching session tonight in a little bit, and so I gotta go handle that. But thank you for watching, and I hope this did help somebody's day once again. Y'all killed it with the likes yesterday, so please hit the like button down below if you can be so kind. If this was something you enjoyed and you've enjoyed the videos, it assists the academy in growing, and so we can spread that positivity with more people around. And so yeah, that's all I gotta say, y'all. Peace.